Welcome to Anchorage, Alaska, where your Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks take on the Anchorage Bucs here at Mulcahy Stadium. It is a beautiful Friday night here in Anchorage. The wind blowing just a little bit out towards left field. As I am Clayton Jackson here with you all evening. This looks to be another fun contest. The Chinooks 3-1 on the season. The Bucs sitting at 0-1. The Chinooks fell in their final exhibition game of the season on Wednesday night. That was at Herman Brothers Field against the Miners. Final score of that one, 10-8. But either way, the Chinooks look to get right back on track. They defeated the Bucs here at Mulcahy on Tuesday night, 13-7, in a good one where the Chinooks could do no wrong. They were hitting the ball all over the place, and they look to do it again tonight. The Chinooks will have another day off tomorrow after the day off yesterday. One game sandwich in between rest days, and then a long stretch of games right after. We'll get more into that in a little bit later, but this has been a fun start to the season. Chinooks, again, 3-1 in the ABL standings. They lead the ABL. Let's take a look at the overall standings in the Alaska Baseball League. As, again, the Chinooks are leading. They are 3-1 on the season. And then in second place, well, hold on. Give me just a moment here. The Chinooks are actually now in second place because the Peninsula Oilers have taken both games from the Glacier Pilots. The Chinooks have one more win, but the Oilers have a winning percentage of 1,000, so can't knock them there. They're 2-0. The Peninsula Oilers in first, the Chinooks in second, 3-1 on the season. Glacier Pilots in third, 1-3, and then the Bucs and the Miners tied for dead last, 0-1 for both of them. What an interesting season we have. If you had told me this is how the first week would shake out, I would not have believed you. The Chinooks and Oilers, not exactly the ABL powerhouses usually, and usually Bucs and Miners have been sitting atop the standings as of late. They were the two teams in the top of the World Series last year, but things have turned around a little bit. The Oilers and the Chinooks right now vying for the top spot, as the Oilers and the Pilots are having a series down in Kenai right now. But we're going to take a quick break here and then get you the starting lineups for both teams when we return in just a moment. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the home team, the Anchorage Bucs. Leading off, it's the right fielder, number 8, Ryan Dara. He's hitting .250 with 1 hit and 1 RBI. Batting second, the center fielder, number 3, Andrew Garcia. He's also hitting .250 with 1 hit, but he's got a homer and an RBI. Batting third, the first baseman, number 7, Luke Taylor. He's slashing .400 with 2 hits and an RBI. Batting cleanup for the Bucs, it's the DH, number 22, Carson Humphreys. He's hitting .250 with 3 hits on the season. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 20, Hayden Miller. He's hitting .200 with 1 hit, 1 home run, and an RBI. Batting 6th, the shortstop, number 18, Finn Leach. He's hitting 200 with a base knock. Batting 7th, the left fielder, number 17, Camden Lanfear. He has not recorded a base hit yet on the season. Batting 8th, the catcher, number 15, Ty Denton. He also has not recorded a base hit. And rounding out the Bucs starting lineup, the second baseman, number 4, Chase Maselli. He will be getting his first start of the season. On the mound for the Bucs, it's number 13, Ryan Caruso out of Arizona State University, hometown of Tempe, Arizona. This will be his first start and appearance of the season. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. We'll be back with your Chinooks starting lineup. Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska, where your Chugiak-Eagle Chinooks take on the Anchorage Bucs. Let's take a look at the Chinook starting lineup tonight. It's the catcher, number 10, Austin Young, leading things off. He's hitting .333 on the season with 2 hits and 3 RBIs. Batting second, the right fielder, number 24, Kirby Jenkins. He's also slashing .333. He's got 4 hits and 4 RBIs. Batting third, the left fielder, number 17. Guess what? .333 with 3 hits and an RBI for Phoenix West. Batting cleanup for the Chinooks, it's the shortstop, number 11, Nick Moyer. He's hitting .667 with 6 hits and 3 RBIs. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 21, Cal Whiff. He's hitting .143 with 1 hit and 1 RBI. Batting in the 6th spot, the third baseman, number 6, Reese Vassar. He's hitting .385 with 5 hits and 6 RBIs. Batting 7th, the center fielder, number 3, Kai Butler. He's hitting .167 with 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Batting 8th, the first baseman, number 4, Carter Reed. He's hitting .250 with 2 hits and 3 RBIs. And rounding out your Chinook starting lineup, it's the second baseman, number 7, Tate Green. He's hitting .250 with 3 hits and an RBI. On the bump for the Chinooks, it's number 8, Mason Trotter, the pitcher out of Rogers State University, hometown of Midwest City, Oklahoma. He's got 1 start, no wins or losses recorded on 4 1/3 pitched. Giving up 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, and has a strikeout on the season, ERA of 0. Again, on the bump for the Bucs warming up here, it is Ryan Caruso, the Arizona State Sun Devil. As we are just about set for the first pitch here, Austin Young will step up to the plate. Austin Young, the catcher, hitting .333. As it is, again, a beautiful day here in Anchorage. We are set for another ABL contest. And for those of you who were with us on Monday, this one does count. We are done with exhibition action on the season. Everything from this point on, it counts for the ABL standings. Chinooks sitting at 3-1. The Bucs 0-1. As takes a swing on a first pitch and grounds out to third. Does Austin Young. Now Kirby Jenkins at the plate. Jenkins also hitting .333. He's got 4 hits, 4 RBIs. The Bucs did not play yesterday or on Wednesday. The only game they've played this season is the game on Tuesday against us, where they got beat 13-7 by the Fish. Caruso shakes off a couple pitches, finds one he likes, delivers it outside. It's 1-0. Excuse me, 1-1 says the scoreboard. Now here's the 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. It's 1-2. The Bucs wearing their all black tops, white pants, pinstripe white pants, I might add. Yellow letters and numbers in that pirate script. White paneled caps. And that's fouled off. We do it again at 1-2. For the Chinooks, it is the navy blue tops with the road gray pants. Red letters and numbers trimmed in white. It's the all navy caps with the Slammin' Salmon logo on the front. Let's take a look at the Bucs defense from left to right on the outfield. It's Camden Lanphier, Andrew Garcia, and Ryan Dara. On the infield, Hayden Miller, Finn Leach, Chase Maselli, and Luke Taylor. And behind the dish for the Bucs, it is Ty Denton and, of course, Ryan Caruso on the mound. Strikeout for Kirby Jenkins, and now it is Phoenix West. Phoenix West, the left fielder, also comes in slashing .333. First pitch to him misses. It's 1-0. The righty delivers down and away on the fastball. It's 2-0. The kick, the throw, lifted high in the air, foul territory going over, and it's out of play. Hayden Miller made a good run at it, but was not in playable territory. So 2-1 as Phoenix West will step back in. Strike on the outside half. It's a fastball that catches the zone. 2-2. 2-2 pitch, trying to get out of the inning. Can't there. Staying alive is West. Up the middle, that should get through right over the base. And it's scooped up by Leach, but no throw, and that's a base knock for Phoenix West. First base hit of the ball game for the Chinooks. Bring up Nick Moyer, the shortstop, who is hitting an incredible .667. 6 hits and 3 RBIs for Moyer as well. Two away, runner on first, fastball. Got it on the outside, 0-1. Fouled off the right way, and it is 0-2. Beautiful Friday evening here in Anchorage. We have just been blessed with a very nice start to this season for the Chinooks. Hopefully it continues. It's chopped right over to first. No problem for Luke Taylor. He calls off his pitcher, and we will head on to the bottom of the first. There is no runs on one hit, no errors, one left on base. On to the home half we go, scoreless here in Anchorage.
All the team merchandise also like to thank orthopedic physicians of Alaska for the wonderful trainers for both teams here and the Alaska Baseball League. They do a wonderful job and keep our team on the field, so thank you to OPA of Alaska.
Welcome back into Mulcahy Stadium. The pitcher for the Chinooks will be Mason Trotter. He got the start in that 2-1 win on the 6th over the Matsu Miners. He had a wonderful start. He was dealing before he got pulled, probably just for a pitch count. I remember talking about that. Not sure why he got pulled other than the fact that this is a college summer league. These guys are on pitch counts, so that's almost definitely the reason. But, man, he was dealing. 4 1/3. Gave up 1 hit, no runs. Gave up 2 walks, had a strikeout for the pitcher out of Rogers State University. And he will start things off against the Arizona State Sun Devil, Ryan Dara. Strike on the corner, and it is 0-1 on the first pitch to him. For those of you interested in the World Cup, which started yesterday, the United States is currently playing Paraguay right now, and it is halftime, and the United States is a 3-0 lead over Paraguay at the moment. And even if you don't care about soccer, you might care about America. So there you go. There's your update. 3-0 America at the half. We might keep you updated on that as the ball game goes along. Two balls and 2 strikes here to Ryan Dara. The lefty delivers a swinging strike, and that will sit Dara down for the first out of the inning. Andrew Garcia, the center fielder, will step up to the plate. He's hitting .250 on the season. He's got a hit. It was a home run. That was, of course, in that game on Tuesday against the Chinooks. That's the only game the Bucs have played. Going to get his first look at Mason Trotter so far this year. A really nice fastball down the middle, and it's 0-1. Same pitch, same spot? No. Not sure where that missed, to be completely honest with you. Not a huge crowd here at Mulcahy Stadium today on a Friday night. Got a couple fans down the right field side, but not a whole ton. And again, I can't see what's underneath me in the grandstand, but not a packed house, to say the least. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the ground, over to Green. He'll field it cleanly and flip it on over to first for out number 2. It's kind of what happens here in Alaska, though, on a sunny weekend. While it may seem like a beautiful Friday night might be the perfect time for people to come watch a baseball game, well, in this state, sunny weekend means get out of town and go do something. So that might be one of the reasons you would see few people on a beautiful Sunday weekend ball game here in the ABL. The throw on to first in time as that one chops straight in front of the plate. And it is a quick 1-2-3 inning. Down go the Bucs in short order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. On to the second inning we go, scoreless here in Anchorage. Leading off for the Chinooks here in the top of the second, it will be the trio of Cal Whiff, Reese Vassar, and Kai Butler. See if they can get anything going here in the top of the second. Chinooks got one hit off the bat of Phoenix West in the first, but going to try and spark a rally here in the second. Mark says about 10 or 15 in the covered grandstand, so definitely not a huge crowd, to say the least, here at Mulcahy tonight. So Cal Whiff, the DH, will take a first pitch downstairs. It's 1-0.
That's how ball brought to you by Associated Builders and Contractors.
1-1, swung on and missed. Good change up there from Caruso. So 1-2 here for Whiff. Got it at the knees. That will sit Cal Whiff down. And now there's one away for Reese Vassar.
Now batting number 6, Reese Vassar.
Vassar comes into this ball game hitting a very nice .385 with 5 hits and 6 RBIs. He has the most RBIs on the team. Does not have a chance to bring anyone else home other than himself if he can put it over the wall, but not really a spot suited for Vassar. You want him at the plate with a bunch of guys on, as that one's backhanded on the ground, and he's safe. A base knock for Reese Vassar. So with one on and one out, Kai Butler steps to the plate. Kai Butler, the outfielder from Cal State, LA. Bounces a first pitch fastball, and it is 1-0. Greg asks if any players have gotten to experience a moose or bear encounter yet. I don't know. That is a good question. I should ask about that. Hopefully by the homestand starting Sunday, I'll have some information for you, Greg. I will try to ask around, because that is a good question. Hopefully, surely someone's got a story. As that one is swung on and missed. 1-1 here. One downstairs, make it 2-1 here on Kai Butler. Waiting over at first is Vassar. The throw back over to first. Not in time, but he had to dive. Looks like we got a little league game going on in the background there. You might be able to see it on your screen over there at the K Fields. 2-2 as Butler waves on that pitch. Big thank you to everyone spending your Friday night here with us. As foul tipped back. And we remain at 2-2. Caruso kicks and throws. It's down and away. We are full here for Kai Butler. The Chinooks leading in the hit category 2-0 at the moment. See if they can turn it into anything. Runner goes. He's going to have to head on back to first after it's fouled off down the line. We do it again at 3-2. Top of the second here in a ball game that it feels like a midweek game, but this is a Friday night here in Anchorage against the Bucs, but that one through the gap. So back-to-back base hits for the Chinooks as Reese Vassar on over to second. As Carter Reed steps to the plate with one away. You know, I think if this ball game is at Lee Jordan, it's got a much bigger feel to it, but again, beautiful sunny night on a Friday. People out doing fun things around this beautiful state. One ball, no strikes, one away. Runners on first and second. Chinooks looking to move to 4-1 on the season. If they can grab this, I'd have to, again, go look through the record books, but this would be up there for probably one of the best, if not the best start in Chinook history if they can pull this one off tonight. Swung on and missed. We are even. One ball, one strike. The righty from the stretch. Comes set, takes a look back at second, now delivers. Fastball downstairs, 2-1. Yeah, Mark, that checks out. It's, yeah, 20 people in you, the teams. That's unfortunately that doesn't sound too wrong. I like what we saw from the Pilots in there in the opening series here at Mulcahy. They had at least some people out. Good amount of Glacier Pilots fans, and of course the Chinooks always travel well, but you know, as the season goes on, you'll see the crowds kind of just fluctuate, and that's what happens. You get into the middle of the summer, and the diehards will stick around, but everyone else will pop in for a game and then go do, again, fun stuff on the weekends, and that's what it is. And, you know, we live with it, but it's still just a amazing league that we have and a chance to play good quality baseball here in Alaska. And sometimes you just get a random night where everyone wants to go out to the ballpark, and that's always a good time. 3-2, it's fouled back. Over there on second, it is Reese Vassar. Kai Butler on first. Runner in scoring position for the Chinooks, and only one away. So Carter Reed looking to capitalize here. And he'll walk. Bases are filled with fish for Tate Green, and I really love what Coach Easton Babe is doing with this. Putting Tate Green in the 9 spot turns the lineup over, as he's a guy who can just get on base for the top of the order. We know what he's capable of. He hasn't done it at a great rate this year, hitting .250, but he's heating up a little bit. Got 3 hits on the season. And, you know, in this case, when the bottom of the lineup does its jobs, he's in a great spot to knock a couple in. As bases are loaded, so an early chance for the Chinooks to take the lead. Really just get the ball in play is objective number 1. Obviously, you would love to find some green grass in the outfield, but get the ball in play, objective number 1. Currently 0-2, however, to Tate Green here. Vassar on third, Butler on second, Reed on first. Now here's the 0-2 pitch. Oh, he waves on it. Not what he wanted to see there. And Tate Green goes down on the K. So 2 away with Austin Young returning to the plate. He went down over there at third. His first time up. Fastball right down the pipe. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 leaves it be, and it's in there anyway. 0-2 behind again. Ryan Caruso, he is doing his job. He's getting the batters behind in the count. He did load them up, but now that it's a pressure situation, he's doing what he needs to do. And he gets out of it, loads them up, and then fans both Green and Young. Gets out the jam, as there is no runs on 2 hits, no errors. 3 left on base. On to the home half of the second we go. It is scoreless here in Anchorage.
The individuals that take care of all of our Anchorage Bucs cars, Alaska Spring Performance, who perform the maintenance on the cars, and when they break down, Alaska Towing and Wrecking, who gets them to Alaska Spring Performance. Thank you to those folks that take care of our vehicles. We'd also like to thank the Alaska Club. The Alaska Club allows all Alaska Baseball League teams to work out their facility, so we truly want to appreciate those guys for allowing every Alaska Baseball League team to use their facility. for the Bucs in the bottom of the second inning, the designated hitter out of Northeast Texas College, number 22, Carson Humphreys.
Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. We are scoreless after an inning and a half. It is the Bucs' turn to try and get something going. Carson Humphreys will lead things off. The DH, who is hitting .750, he had 3 hits in the game on Tuesday against the Chinooks. Nearly had another one there, but it's pulled foul. 0-1. And yeah, Greg, you're absolutely right. That definitely has a lot to do with it, with why fans aren't necessarily showing up for the Bucs and Pilots as much, but it is, yeah, definitely that. The stadium has gone downhill a bit, quite a bit, for being honest, and yeah, there's a whole lot of factors, but it's a combination for sure. Lined over to short and on over to first in time for out number 1. Carson Humphreys retired, as now it's Hayden Miller at the plate. Miller batting .200 with a home run. He also had a solo shot in the game on Tuesday. Trotter from the stretch. There was a fastball that's fouled back. It's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Down and away on the curveball. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Hayden Miller. Fastball misses outside. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Strike on the changeup, and we are full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Looking to get out of it with the punch out is Trotter. Got him on the corner. He was ready to head to first, but a well-placed fastball makes it 2 away with Finn Leach, the shortstop, stepping to the plate. Finn Leach, also an Arizona State Sun Devil. The Bucs have all 3 their Sun Devils playing ball today. It's Leach, the pitcher Caruso, and then also Ryan Dara, the leadoff batter. 1-0 misses downstairs, make it 2-0. Two away, bases empty for the Bucs. Swing and a miss. It is 2-1. Mason Trotter, he has just looked good on the mound in both of his 2 starts now, as that one on over in time for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 again. Bucs down in short order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. On to the 3rd inning we go. Scoreless here in Anchorage.
Leading off for the Chinooks in the top of the 3rd inning, number 24, Kirby Jenkins.
Leading off for the Chinooks here in the top of the 3rd inning, it'll be number 24, Kirby Jenkins. He'll be followed up by Phoenix West and Nick Moyer. Kirby Jenkins 0 for 1 in the ballgame so far. He struck out swinging his first time around. Back on the bump for the Bucs, it is Ryan Caruso. He's given up 3 hits but no runs. He will try to keep that up. Fastball, it is in there, but trouble handling it was the catcher, Ty Denton. So back in his position behind the dish is Ty Denton. Ty Denton out of Tennessee Tech University, hometown of Knoxville, Tennessee. Strike in there, and it is 0-2 here. From the stretch, kicks and deals, fouled off, and it'll remain 0-2. Good cut by Jenkins. Steady little breeze just blowing across the diamond from right to left. Not affecting things too much today. Just a soft flutter in the flags out there and left. Misses downstairs, 1-2. Kirby Jenkins, we've mentioned it. He's got some power. He's got pop. We've seen it a couple times. He goes down looking. It's just kind of the question of, you know, when is he going to unleash one? Not the if, it's the when. So now at the plate, Phoenix West, he is 1 for 1, did single his first time up, takes a big cut, comes up empty. That's right, Greg, Rocky Top, the Knoxville native. Wonder how he feels about UT Knoxville. I'm sure he grew up rooting for the Vols. Can't imagine growing up in Knoxville and not, especially after having been there. I was been there, and never in my life have I been somewhere where a region, everything Nashville and East, man, they love their Tennessee Volunteers. I've been around sports my whole life, love it, been to a lot of different places, and never have I seen a place care more about one team and wear the gear of one team. It was impressive. And that makes the Tennessee Orange all that more polarizing, that's for sure. 0-2 here to West. Gutsy take, but gets the favorable call. It's outside, 1-2. Yeah, man, even in Nashville with where you have Vanderbilt, you've got a couple of pro teams. Doesn't matter. Everything is Tennessee Vols. Oh, man. I go to school in Mississippi, Greg. I can't tell you the amount of Dollar Generals I see. Up there in East Tennessee, there's plenty of Dollar Generals, though, but the Dollar General is sacred. It's part of the Holy Trinity in the South, let me tell you. It's the Dollar General, the Waffle House, and then the gas station. In the South, just about you ask a lot of people, the best chicken and the best barbecue comes from the gas station. I have not believed it enough to try it myself, but that's what they say. One ball, two strikes as Phoenix West is staying alive. On the ground, over to second. Fielded cleanly, and over to first in time for out number 2. Now Nick Moyer, the shortstop, hitting .667. He's going to get his chance with nobody on and 2 away. Cal Whip waits on deck. Fastball inside and in there for a strike anyway. Moyer crowding the plate a little bit. Yeah, Greg, you definitely know then. That's $7 Generals in the county. That checks out though. But man, it's a lot. As it is 2 balls, 1 strike here for Nick Moore. You know, Mark, that's a good question. Before the Titans became the Titans and they were the Oilers down in Houston and Tennessee didn't have a team, I'm not sure who that would be. Maybe it'd be a mix. Probably quite a bit of a mix, actually. And it'd probably depend on what part of the state you're from. Maybe Greg can answer that question better. But as Moyer heads on to first. And Cal Whip steps to the plate. But I feel like you'd have a good mix of Falcons, Saints, Panthers, Colts. Kind of all mixed in. Probably Panthers and Saints the most, maybe. Or Panthers and Falcons, excuse me, not the Saints. But I don't know. Even as it is, Yeah, so I was going to say, even as it is, the Tennessee, they don't even care for the Titans that much. Cowboys, that makes sense. Is Mound Visit. In Mississippi, it's Saints and Cowboys, so that checks out. Steelers, huh? That's just got to be bandwagon. Currently 1 ball, no strikes on Cal Whiff. And a mound visit here with Ryan Caruso. 2 away, runner on first is Nick Moyer. Yeah, Tennessee undoubtedly a college athletics state. One ball, no strikes to Cal Whiff. Misses, no. Fastball at the knees, and says the home plate umpire, and it's even 1-1. Takes a look back over to first, comes set. Caruso kicks and throws. Big old curveball falls in, 1-2. Two away. Runner on first. Throw back over to first. Stopped by Luke Taylor, but that could have been trouble. A low throw. Chinooks been getting runners on base. Haven't done enough with it. Misses inside the whip, and it is 2-2. Reese Vassar waits on deck. Vassar 1 for 1 in the ballgame. Had a infield single. Down and away. We are full. Payoff pitch coming for Ryan Caruso. See if Cal can put this into play somewhere. But if it's not in the zone, take the walk. Put a runner in scoring position for Reese Vassar, the RBI king. Did he go? Yes, he did. So that is going to end the inning. The Chinooks can't get anything going. No runs on no hits, no errors. They did leave 1 on base as we head on to the home half of the third. Scoreless here in Anchorage. We've played 2.5 scoreless here at Mulcahy. Mason Trotter back out to continue what he's been doing. 1, 2, 3 innings both times around so far. See if he can do it against the trio of Lanphier, Denton, and Macielli. Chase. It is Lanphier, Denton, Macielli due up here in the bottom of the third. None of these guys have recorded a hit on this season. And oh yeah, Mark. Definitely the Braves going to be the most popular in Tennessee. The entire South pretty much dominated by the Braves. I mean, even as far over as like Louisiana, you maybe start to get a couple Astros fans in Louisiana, but man, it's almost all Braves throughout the entirety of the South. It's going to fall for a base hit to the leadoff man, Camden Lanphier. As Ty Denton steps to the plate with one on and one away, that'll break up the no-hitter. The only spot in Tennessee where you might get a couple of like big variances over in Memphis. You get a lot of St. Louis Cardinal fans. It's right up the interstate, and also the AAA team, the Memphis Redbirds, play there, so you get a decent amount of Cardinal fans there. But other than that, yep, South is dominated by the Atlanta Braves, who are having a very good season this year. League leading. It is first and second now for the Bucs. Just like that, they are in business. Runner in scoring position for Chase Maselli. Takes a pitch downstairs, 1-0. It's one of these situations where you just got to wait, and eventually you might break through. Haven't brought in the runner yet, but 2 on with nobody out. Good start for the Anchorage Bucs. Looking to bunt here. Tried to drop one down. He went too, so 1-1. It was a pitch way down in the turf. Here's the 1-1 from the lefty Trotter. Showed bunt, pulled back, but probably should have stayed on it this time around. It was right down the middle, 1-2 for Chase Maselli. Top of the order, and Ryan Darrow waits on deck. Here is the 1-2. Puts it on the ground. It is through. Base hit. Headed for home. And the throw not in time. 1-0. Bucs take the early lead. So the Chinooks, they start things out with all the hits, but they can't get anything in. The Bucs all of a sudden go 3 base hits in a row, and they lead it 1-0 with the top of the order and Ryan Dara at the plate. First and second once again for the Anchorage Bucs. Fouled off the first pitch, and it is 0-1. Checks back on second. Does a double take, now delivers a pitch high. It is 1-1. Playing decently shallow in center there is Butler. As the curveball misses, the throw on to second got him. That'll be the first out of the inning. Stolen base for Denton, though. but Maselli goes down. Two balls, one strike. Runner on third with one away. 1-0 lead. He was way late on that pitch. 2-2. We are even. It was really just a question of which of these pitchers would break first, and Mason Trotter has been the one to break. Can the Chinooks? As there is a towering fly ball out towards the alleyway. It'll get down. It'll make it 2-0 on a easy RBI double for Ryan Dara.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Andrew Garcia.
Brought Ty Denton home as there is now a runner back in scoring position, second base for Dara, and a 2-0 lead for the Bucs. Andrew Garcia at the plate. First pitch to Garcia. Inside on the fastball, 1-0. Just not even hardly a cloud in the sky here in Anchorage this evening. Just a fabulous night. Not particularly hot if you're outside. Maybe 60 degrees if even, but man, it feels hot when you're out there. Even though the temperature doesn't necessarily reflect it, the sun, man, when you're in it here in Alaska, it'll feel quite warm. 1 ball, no strikes with 1 away. Runner on second here for the Bucs. The 1-0 to Garcia. Fastball misses downstairs, 2-0. Kicks and throws. Lifted in the air, foul territory. Gonna get out. So now 2-1. Couple more fans, it looks like, have showed up out there down the right field line. Nice to see here. How many of them are Chinooks fans, though? Can't tell. I'm seeing a little bit of red out there, which is definitely not Anchorage Bucs colors. Would not mind the Chinook faithful showing up here in Anchorage. We'd love to see it. Cannot confirm nor deny whether those are Chinooks fans out there, however. And that is going to be a walk. Mason Trotter is letting it go a little bit. He's got a dangerous hitter in Luke Taylor at the plate now. Not someone you want to see at the plate with runners in scoring position. That is for sure. He came in the ballgame hitting .400. Got 2 hits and an RBI. He is 0 for 1 in this ballgame, however. Takes a first pitch change up downstairs, 1-0. Oh, that would have been an easy out there had the Chinook infielders realized it. Trying to head on over to third. Got caught dead in his tracks, but no one was covering. Down and away. It is 2-0 here. Taking a look back at second. Now the kick and throw. Did he go? Yes, he did. Tried to hold up, but he broke the plane for sure. 2-1. Ryan Dara on second. Garcia on first. Chinooks got to do whatever they can to get out of this inning. This could be serious trouble, as they've already given up 2, but more definitely possible. 2-2 after that curveball falls in. Unofficial attendance from Mark, 145. It could be worse, but definitely not what we'd see at other parks. Tried to get an appeal there over to second, but he did not go. We are full here with Luke Taylor. I think the Chinooks, they're about their best game they've had. Close to 800 people at Lee Jordan Field, I believe. High 700s. I know the Miners have had over 1,000 last year when we played them. Unofficial attendance was over 1,000. Got one at second, and they're going to go over to first for 2. Way to get out of it, as Luke Taylor grounds into the 4-6-3 double play, as the Bucs get 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. On to the 4th inning we go. Bucs lead it 2-0. Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium. Looks like a new pitcher into the ballgame for the Bucs. It is Carson Humphreys. Humphreys, the DH tonight. He's going to step onto the mound. Humphreys out of Northeast Texas Community College, hometown of Great Bend, Kansas. See what he can do on the mound. He can hit the ball well. We know he came in hitting .750. He will face Reese Vassar, Kai Butler, and Carter Reed. That was the trio of Chinooks that got something going and loaded the bases in the second. First pitch, it's a ball, 1-0. Chinooks trail 2-0, but that is very, very surmountable. They have eclipsed that number in every ball game so far this season. This one going back but caught right in front of the warning track by Ryan Dara. Kai Butler now. He is 1 for 1, singled his first time up. It was through the gap in between short and third. Tries to lay a bunt down. It rolls foul, as it is 0-1 here quickly for Kai Butler. So Chinooks haven't actually put up more than 2 runs in every game, but they have scored at least 2 runs in every game. They scored 2 against the Miners and then 2 against the Glacier Pilots in that loss. But again, the Chinooks, if they can't pull themselves out of a 2-0 deficit, it would be their worst offensive output of this season. 0-2 as that one is ripped down the line but foul. Carson Humphreys clearly giving up some contact here early. Shakes off a couple. Now comes set. Fastball swung on and missed. So that is going to send Kai Butler packing. And there's 2 away with Carter Reed stepping to the plate. Bases empty. Humphreys taking a moment. He's still waiting. Now toes the rubber, but we get a little timeout from Reed. Now he steps back in. And that go, I thought it got him, but it didn't. So inside 1-0. Final score 4-1. The United States wins it over Paraguay. Thank you, Greg. They take the lead in the Group D standings. USA 1-0, Paraguay 0-1. Turkey and Australia still yet to play. Lifted out towards center, no problem for Andrew Garcia, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Carson Humphreys gets it done, as there is no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. On to the home half of the 4th we go. 2-0, Bucs lead it.
Host families. Without these folks, none of this summer program would take place. So thank you to the Mattingly family, Stephanie Burgoon and crew, the Cruz family, the Stoner family, the Gilgis family, Karen Norsworthy, Tammy Williams. Again, thank you for all your help and everything you do for the Anchorage Bucs. Now batting number 22, Carson Humphreys.
Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium. Chinooks. They are trailing the Bucs 2-0. It is a curveball that just misses 1-0 here for Carson Humphreys. He just gets off the mound and now into the batter's box. Did what he needed to do. Defensively, as there's a nice snag by Mason Trotter, flips it on over to first in time for out number 1.
Now batting number 20, Hayden Miller.
Hayden Miller now at the plate. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging his first time up. Ooh, sorry, Jim. Yeah, that's I know how that goes. I've had many a game spoiled. So sorry about that. But hey, at least the Americans came away with the victory. 1 ball, no strikes here for Hayden Miller. Fastball fouled off. It is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, fastball, got it. It is in there, 1-2 now. Mason Trotter. Kicks and throws. Fastball swung on and missed. And that will send him back to the dugout. 2 away here for Finn Leach. Leach 0 for 1. The kick and throw. Misses downstairs on the curveball. It's 1-0. Oh, good, Jim. Jim, you had me worried because, like I said, I hate getting stuff spoiled. I've been there too many times. But, you know, that's the thing about nowadays. You can't go anywhere, it seems like, without hearing the stuff that you want to hear. Or that you don't want to hear. You're going to hear it. Especially for an event like the World Cup. Strike in there, and we are full 3-2 with 2 away. Or maybe it's just 3-1. That was a quick work by the scoreboard. So the 3-1 now. Make it 3-2. Another fastball in there. Now a payoff pitch coming for Mason Trotter. 1 strike will send us to the 5th inning. That will not do it. Way upstairs, and that will give Finn Leach a free pass to first. Camden Lanfear will step to the plate. Trotter kicks and throws. Swung on and missed. It is 0-1. Looks like we've got a little bit of action in the Chinook pen. not much in the Bucs. Misses downstairs on the changeup, 1-1. The 1-1 delivery lifted in the air, foul territory. Going back over, it is into the beer garden. 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first. Here for Camden Lanphier. This is lifted out towards left, going back towards the wall. It's going to roll off the wall, and it's going to score 1, make it 3-0. No throw home, and that is a big RBI double for Camden Lanphier. After going 0 in his first ball game, he's 2 for 2 now, and doing work against Mason Trotter. Finn Leach scores all the way from first base. And the Chinooks now trail 3-0. Number 42, Jack Florence, is up in the dugout, and he's headed out to the mound. We'll take a break and let him warm up. We'll be back with more Chinooks baseball in just a moment.
Now pitching for the Chinooks, number 42, Jack Florence.
New pitcher in the ball game for the Chinooks. It is number 42, Jack Florence, out of the Air Force Academy, hometown of Valley Ford, Washington. He has pitched twice on the season. He has no wins or losses on no starts. He's pitched 2 1/3, giving up 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts for an ERA of 3.86. He's got a runner in scoring position here with 2 away. And Ty Denton at the plate. He is an imposing 6'5" on the mound. He takes a long look back at second, now delivers. A little bit of a sidearm sling there. 1-0. It's not the full sidearm like we see from Danny Slasky, but I want you to hear just a little bit outside of the normal arm slot. Two 2-0 though. maybe about 45 degrees there or so. Swing and a miss. 2-1 for Ty Denton. Ty Denton, he is 1 for 1. He singled and scored his last time up. Welcome into Luke Cole. Thanks for checking in. Yes, the 3/4 arm slot. He crushes one out towards left field, but it will kind of die out there and into the glove of Kai Butler. So that is going to do it for the 4th inning. Jack Florence comes in, does his job, as there was 1 run on 1 hit. There was no errors and 1 left on base. On to the top of the 5th we go. 3-0. Bucs lead it.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Chinooks, number 7, Tate Green.
Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium, where the Chinooks are going to look to try and get a couple runs back. They trail 3-0. Tate Green at the plate for the Chinooks. She'll be followed up by Austin Young and Kirby Jenkins. Still Carson Humphreys on the mound for the Anchorage Bucs. Delivers a strike on the first pitch to Green. It is 0-1. He will lift a hanging curveball very high, just got a little too far underneath it. I think he'd like to have that one back because he knew that was the pitch. So 1 away. But yeah, Tate Green, he found the right pitch. It was a curveball that just hung in the top of the zone there. Put a good swing on it, just a little too underneath it. There's another curveball. That one right in the middle of the zone, and it is 0-1. Takes a pitch that finds its way in there anyway. 0-2. Austin Young behind in the count, and he is 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Came in hitting .333. Upstairs, and it is 1-2. Carson Humphreys, he is a pop-out pitcher. He really is able to generate a lot of lazy fly balls. We saw it in that last inning, and obviously there with Tate Green as well. Two balls, 2 strikes here for Austin Young. Fastball chopped on the ground over to the third base side. We do it again at 2-2. Back to the 2-2, and Austin Young able to foul it off and see another pitch. He's working this count. See if he can bring it full. Bases are empty with one away. The Bucs playing a little short out there everywhere but left field. And there it is, ball 3. So full count to Austin Young. The kick and the throw from Humphries, and it is outside. With one away, Austin Young will draw the walk and head on to first. So it's a runner on for Kirby Jenkins, who is 0 for 2, struck out swinging and looking so far in this one. The boys cheering on Kirby from the dugout. They know this is their opportunity. They got to get something going here. They trail by 3 runs. First pitch was in the zone. One ball, one strike. That's a good call, Greg. I know a couple of years back, a lot of the guys would go to Moose Run and play. But I don't know if they've gotten over there yet this year. It's definitely something they should try to do. I know some of the guys, a lot of the guys from the Air Force Academy, they might have ins there. Be able to get the military discount, hopefully, because the Moose Run course is the golf course on the base, J Bear. Been over there a couple times. It's a decent course here. On the ground, it is over to first for 1, and not in time at they get it at second, not in time at first. So it's a fielder's choice for Kirby Jenkins.
Now batting number 17, Phoenix West.
Phoenix West 1 for 2 in the ball game. You know, I've been over to the hill course. I have played the hill course. I haven't played the creek course. Creek course is a lot harder from what I hear, but the hill course, it's a decent spot. Can't say I shoot very well. My golf game leaves a lot to be desired, but it's a good time no matter what. So I'll have to tell the guys if they haven't already made their way over to Moose Run. One ball, no strikes. First pitch fouled back, and oh, I think you guys could see that one right here. It was right in front of me. Nearly could have tried to catch that ball through the window. One ball, one strike to Phoenix West. Throw on over to first, not in time. There's 2 away. Here in the top of the 5th. 2-1 for West. Nick Moyer waits on deck. Strike called on the inside half. That was that's a tough call there for Phoenix West. It's a great point. That's a great point, Greg. Not too many other places you're going to find moose trotting down the fairway. Have to take a pause just so you don't hit it. Well, I wouldn't probably have to. I'm not hitting the fairway more than 5% of the time, but, you know, someone with experience might have to pause for the moose. Trotting down the fairway of hole 9. Right now it's a payoff pitch for Humphreys. Full count, 2 away, runner on first. Runner goes into the air. This one's going to get down. It's a base hit. Headed for third, and in there safely is Kirby Jenkins. Little bloop single for Phoenix West.
Now batting number 11, Nick Moyer.
Nick Moyer at the plate. It's the guy you want with runners in scoring position. Kirby Jenkins on third. That would make this only a 2-run ball game if he can get a base knock. Of course, he is the tying run. Throw on over to first. Not in time. Or excuse me, that was, I don't know what I'm saying there. That was a ball delivered home. 1-0. Got it on the top left corner. Moyer knows it too. Moyer 0 for 1 in the ballgame so far. Takes a pitch down and away. 2-1. A ball here or a walk here will load him up for Cal Whip. Swing and a miss on the high heat upstairs. Can't tell if that shaking of the head is, man, I should have got that, or why did I swing? Maybe a little bit of both. The 2-2. Humphreys checks both first and third, now delivers. It's off the plate. We are full. Payoff pitch once again. Had a payoff pitch to West and gave up the single, which put runners on the corners. See what he does here with Nick Moyer. Runner goes, and that's going to get him looking. He was already headed to first. Doesn't like the call, but it's going to do it anyway. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors. 2 left on base. On to the home half of the 5th we go. 3-0 Bucs lead it.
We'd like to thank some of our sponsors, to include Boardshead, Alaska, Alaska Provisional, Alaska Club, Alaska Spring Performance, Hillcourt, Subway Alaska, Arby's, O'Brady's, Safe and Sound, Northern Lights Imaging, Trailer Craft, and Little Caesars. Leading off for the Bucs in the bottom of the 5th inning, the number 4, Chase Maselli.
Bottom of the fifth coming your way here in Anchorage. Back on the mound for the Chinooks, it is Jack Florence. He will have to face Chase Maselli as the leadoff man. He is 1 for 1. Jack Florence came in to finish out the 4th inning. He pitched well. Question now is, can he get it done in a full inning? Slings in a strike on the bottom left corner of the zone. It's 0-1. The righty comes set from the stretch, delivers outside. Wind starting to pick up just a little bit, blowing same direction across the diamond, right to left. Fouled back, 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes. Space is empty here for Chase Maselli. In the turf, 2-2. Let's take a look at the fishing report for the Chinooks. It is a day off tomorrow before we start a homestand. It will be a 4 p.m. game on Sunday. Is that one on over to first and not handled? So let's see what they call. They'll call it an error. Wasn't it E4 and E3? I couldn't quite tell. Couldn't see whether it was past his glove or not. We'll go E4 at the moment. He reaches on an E4, and now back to the top of the order with Ryan Dara, who is 1 for 2, had that big RBI double. But again, back to the fishing report. It is day off tomorrow, Sunday, 4 p.m. against the Bucs again. That one at Lee Jordan. Then it is Monday night at 6 o'clock at Lee Jordan against the Matsu Miners. Same team, same place, same time on Tuesday night. Then against the Miners, same time, 6 o'clock on Wednesday, but that time it'll be at Herman Brothers Field in Palmer. So run it back. It is Sunday against the Bucs at Lee Jordan, Monday against the Miners at Lee Jordan, Miners at Lee Jordan on Tuesday, and then Miners at Herman Brothers on Wednesday. All those times 6 o'clock, except for the Sunday game is at 4. We'll remind you of those again more throughout the broadcast. 2-1 here to Ryan Dara. There's a runner on first. Coming set is Jack Florence from the stretch. He kicks and throws. Slider at the knees, yes. 2-2. Swing and a miss. That will send Dara packing. One away with a runner on first. And Andrew Garcia stepping to the plate. Garcia, he's 0 for 1. Does have a walk in this one so far. Mulcahy over there on first as Garcia takes a strike. He doesn't like the call. He's arguing that one. But he'll step back in to see the 0-1. Garcia will be followed up by Taylor, barring the double play. Runner goes. Throw on to second. It's not going to be in time. Took 2 hops. And it's a stolen base for Chase Mulcahy. That all but takes the double play out of play. So 1-1 with 1 away, runner on first. Takes a long look back at second, now kicks and throws, it's fouled off. 1-2 now for Andrew Garcia, the outfielder from Bradley University. One and two. Florence kicks and throws. Lined right at the head of Moyer. He can't squeeze it. And it's going to fall harmlessly. Well, not harmlessly. I don't know why I said that. That is in for a base hit.
Now by number 7, Luke Taylor.
Luke Taylor now at the plate. He is 0 for 2. They have kept him at bay. They've kept him on the ground, which is a win in itself for the Chinooks. But what is not, they have not been able to get anything going offensively. The Bucs have shut them down. But we're only in the 5th inning. There's time. Slider misses downstairs. It is 1-0 for Luke Taylor. First and second for the Bucs with 1 away. The 1-0 fastball at the knees. It is 1-1 now. Florence kicks and throws. Swing and a miss on the slider. That was filthy. 1-2. Luke Taylor. He is behind in the count. And this is a day so far that he would like to forget. See if he can change that around. And we know he can with 1 swing. A 3-run shot right here would double the score. As it's on the ground, this could be 2 again. Second double play of the night hit into by Luke Taylor, and that's going to finish the inning. 6-4-3. And there is no runs on no hits, or excuse me, on 1 hit. No errors, and 1 left on base. On to the 6th inning we go. 3-0. Bucs lead it.
We'd also like to thank the Alaska Highway Safety Office, Global Credit Union, State Farm, Alaska Towing and Wrecking, Club Paris, Moose's Tooth, Lucky Wishbone, Alaska Brewing, King Street Brewing, RNDC Alaska, Architectural Supply Company, and Pepsi. We would also at this time like to recognize any former or current military and first responders. If you're in the crowd, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a round of applause and thank you for your service. Reminder, the Anchorage Bucs are back home here tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock, we take on the Matsu Miners. Saturday, June 13th, 4 p.m. here tomorrow. Be a nice day. Come out and see us play. Leading off in the top of the 6th inning for the Chinooks, number 21, Cal Whip.
Back out onto the mound for the Anchorage Bucs. It is number 22, Carson Humphreys. He will face off against Cal Whiff, who is 0 for 2 in the ballgame. See if Cal can get things started with a base knock. Chinooks only trail 3-0. That is very surmountable. They just got to get the offense going. Takes a pitch in there, says the umpire. I thought that was high, but umpire says it was at the belt. No balls, 1 strike. That slider is upstairs, 1-1. Into the air, foul territory. It's going to get out of play. So 1-2 to Cal Whiff.
That foul ball brought to you by Alaska Restaurant Supply.
High on the 1-2. That'll move it to 2-2. Slider down and away. We are full for the leadoff man in Cal Whip. Into the air, foul territory. Is it going to get out? It will. Onto the roof of the Bucs locker room. Three balls, 2 strikes. He is fending off pitches. See if he can win the at-bat. He gets one on the ground. It is a diving snag. He'll be able to run it out. A base knock for Cal Whiff. He does what he needs to do. As the leadoff man aboard, now Reese Vassar. Vassar 1 for 2. Vassar comes in hitting .385. So far, that average is going up. See if he can keep it up in this at-bat. Backdoor slider in for a strike. It's 0-1. Throw back on over to first. Not in time. It is still 0-1 here to Vassar. He had that single in the 2nd inning. Puts a swing on it, fouls it into his leg, down to a knee now. Hopefully he's all right. Get up now and walk it off. I know that just doesn't feel good. Probably going to have a bruise tomorrow, that's for sure. You hear no pain, no gain coming from the crowd. Or the crowd or the dugout, can't tell. But somebody. And Reese Vassar, he is going to settle back in. See if he can get the gain right here. Get the base knock, move the runner around. Down and away. 1-2. Throw back on over to first. Not in time, back on the dive. Kai Butler waits on deck. It's lined up the middle. That will be first and second now for the Chinooks. Good piece of hitting there from Reese Vassar. Put it right where it had to be. Back-to-back base knocks for the Fish. Now Kai Butler, tying run at the plate. This is an inning where you just have to get someone home here. You can't be leaving runners in scoring position with nobody gone. Got to get one preferably. Really should get both of these in, but have to have one. Kai Butler 1 for 2 in the ballgame, but this looks like it might be the end of the day for Carson Humphreys on the mound. Maybe not. There's no one coming out of the bullpen. There's someone warming. So it's looking like it's moments away from the end of the day for Carson Humphreys. But he's going to probably get this one more batter, and then it's done no matter what, I would guess. That looks to me out there in the bullpen like number 26, Jonah Fraugus from Sac State. Let's see if the Chinooks can capitalize on the last moments of Carson Humphreys' day on the mound. First pitch, it is going to get down. He's thin. I don't know whether they're going to score that an error or a base knock. It looks like a base knock on the scoreboard. It is a hard hit ball. It was probably should have been fielded, but give the benefit of the doubt. And it is 3 base hits in a row. Bases are loaded. And Humphrey's going to stay in the ballgame. It has been all on the ground here. Now at the plate, Carter Reed. He is 0 for 1. Has a walk as well. Strike on the corner. It's 0-1. Tate Green waits on deck. Green is 0 for today. "24, says Mark. So that actually would be Lucas Perez, from Newport Beach, California, and Chapman University. The 0-2. It is in the air, out towards left field, coming in on it. It is down, base knock. That should have been caught if we're being completely honest, but it is 3-1 now. Cal Whip heads into a happy dugout. Man, that should have been caught. He just didn't play that right. Did not read it and waited way too long to start heading in. But if you're a Chinook fan, you'll take it. The Chinooks now have the lead in the hit column, but not on the scoreboard yet. 4 base knocks in a row, and this is looking like it could be a big inning. I'm surprised Carter Humphreys still in the ballgame. Did he go? Yes, he did. Bases are still loaded for the Nooks. Kai Butler on second, Reed on first, Vassar on third. It's Tate Green at the plate. It's a good time for Green to get things going today. 0 for 2. But again, we know this man can hit the baseball. We saw him do it time and time again last year in a Chinook uniform. The 1-1. Fastball, yep. 1-2. Chinook dugout really starting to get into it. They can feel the momentum starting to shift. One swing now could really shift all the momentum the way of the Chinooks. Leaves it downstairs and outside, 2-2. Guys, do not go anywhere. This ball game is just getting good here in the top of the 6th. The 2-2. Outside. Full count with nobody gone and bases loaded. The top of the order is on deck threatening. We will see them barring the triple play. Fastball into the air. See if he's got a chance to run home. He's going to try. Oh, no, he's not. Wise decision. That was a little too shallow. One away as Tate Green flies out. I know Vassar's got speed, but that would be a lot of speed to get back from that throw. Now again, back to the top of the order, it is Austin Young. He is 0 for 2, does have a walk. Good time for his first base hit of the ball game. Big breaking ball falls in. It's 0-1. The 0-1 misses down and away. We are even. So Mark confirms it is 24. That is Lucas Perez out of Chapman University. Into the air. Center field, and that should be enough to send the runner home. And it is 3-2 Bucs now. Vassar home to score. And it's first and second for the Chinooks with 2 away. Sacrifice fly for Austin Young. Kirby Jenkins at the plate. He's 0 for 3, but now is the time. Said it a couple at-bats here, but now is the time for hit number 1. Third time's a charm, right? The bottom of the order for the Chinooks have been the most productive part. Vassar, Butler, and Reed have been very good today. The rest of the lineup has been, they've been all right, but haven't gotten the big hits when they've needed them. 1 hit for West, or 2 hits for West. So give credit to Phoenix West in the 3 spot. He's 2 for 3. Whip at the 5 spot just got that base hit here in the 6th that started it all. The 1-0 at the knees, 1-1. And it is Phoenix West actually on deck, so that is the guy you want to get to the plate. Either way, this inning is success. They've brought it to a 1-run ball game. You would have hoped for more with bases loaded and nobody out, but who knows? This inning could keep going, and it doesn't look like it will. Skies it in shallow right field, and that's going to do it. So Kirby Jenkins flies out to second, but the Chinooks do get 2 runs on 4 base hits. There are no errors and 2 left on base. On to the home half of the 6th we go. Bucs lead it 3-2.
Leading off for the Bucs in the bottom of the 6th inning, number 22, Carson Humphreys.
Bottom of the 6th coming your way. It's Carson Humphreys to lead things off. He will face off against Jack Florence, who is back out for his 3rd inning here. The trio of Bucs due up is Humphreys, Miller, and Leach. Slider down and away, 1-0. Bucs hold a 3-2 lead, but the Chinooks able to get 2 back, and we've got a ball game as we head down to the final third of this. Fastball at the knees, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Florence kicks and throws. Gets the call there. I thought that was off the plate, but 1-2. And Jack Florence, he gets lucky. Good pitch either way to try and get him to chase, but he held up and got the strike call anyway. That one in the dirt, and now we are even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Downstairs, did he go though? Nope. Peel to first. Chinook dugout wanted it. Doesn't get it, and we are full in the first at-bat of the bottom of the 6th. Slider fouled off, and it is going to remain 3-2. We'll do it again. We have reached the 2-hour mark of this ball game. We are on pace for another over 3-hour one. The 3-2 pitch on the ground over to the hot corner at third, and the throw, it's high, but he picks it. Good snag by Carter Reed on the throw from Vassar, and there's one away. Hayden Miller at the plate now. Miller 0 for 2. Struck out swinging both times around. Did have the homer in the game on Tuesday. It's only hit of the season. That one's going to get him right square on the hip, so Runner on first with one away now for Finn Leach. Double play is back in play. And we'll see if that's where Finn Leach goes. Hopefully Jack Florence can induce a ground ball here. He's gotten 2 on Luke Taylor. First pitch on the bottom left corner of the zone. It's in there, 0-1. Swing and a miss on a filthy breaking ball. He had him just completely bamboozled on that one, 0-2. Thinking about this earlier today, interesting just how pretty much all the teams in the ABL except for the Chinooks all their uniforms and logos are very reminiscent of major league teams, as that one on over to first, not in time. But the Chinooks, their uniforms are completely unique. Their logo and colors, well, logo and uniforms, but obviously the Bucs, very reminiscent of the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Miners of the Athletics, as that one fanned. And 2 away now for Camden Lanphier, who is 2 for 2. Scored on the single back in the third. But, yeah, so the Miners, very reminiscent of the Athletics. Glacier Pilots have a very Dodgers look to them. And even the Oilers, they're a little bit less so, but their logo, basically their P, a copy of the Phillies P, essentially. And obviously the color scheme different, but the even the P and the script on their jerseys similar to the Philadelphia Phillies. But the Chugiak-Eagle Chinooks, they got their own look, and I love it. Very Alaskan name. And nice colors. Gotta love the red and the navy. Inside on the on the 2-0 to Camden Lanphier. Good opportunity to get out of the inning, though. But 3-0 to a guy who's 2 for 2. Not a bad idea to walk him and get to Ty Denton. But Ty Denton's looked good today as well, as they will. They'll walk him on 4 straight pitches. Give the ball to Denton. Denton 1 for 2 today. Moves Miller over to second. And now Tim Cole going to head out to the bump. Have a conversation with Florence. Ty Denton playing catcher today. He's looked pretty good in his first start of the season. Got 1 at bat on Tuesday. As Tim Cole will head on back to the dugout. Chinooks trailing here 3-2. They look toward the 7th to try and get him back. They got 2 in the top of the 6th. Slider, they give it to him. I thought that was outside. I wonder if the Chinook dugout kind of convinced the home plate umpire into that one as a strike. I don't know. Didn't look into me, but I could be off. No balls, 1 strike. That fastball definitely in there, and it is 0-2. The decision to walk Lanfear on 4 straight pitches looking pretty good, because I'm assuming that was fairly intentional, or at least dancing around him. Just don't want to pitch it to the hot bat, and right now, pitching it to Tyler Denton, who is still good, but it's the better play. Wild pitch will move the runners over to second and third. It's been a game where both teams have kind of just had trouble getting runners home to score as the wind is blowing straight in now. Into the air, foul territory. Is it playable? Just out of play. And so we do it again at 1-2. Number 1 warm in the pen for the Chinooks or for the Bucs? For the Chinooks, that would be of course Drew Hurst. But he's not been. He plays generally just the infield. We'll see if he gets a shot here at pitching. 2-2 with both runners in scoring position and 2 away. For the Bucs, number 1 would also be a infielder, a shortstop from Coastal Carolina. But Mark says it is for the Nooks. So Drew Hurst, I guess, warming the pen. Downstairs, and we are full. Payoff pitch coming your way from Jack Florence. They're going to hope he gets out of the inning before they have to turn back to the bullpen. A base knock, though, would score probably 2 and make this a 5-2 ball game, which would put the Chinooks back a little bit. They got the 2 back. It's a 1-run game at the moment. Got to have this pitch here. It's in the dirt. And Ty Denton going to head on to first. Bases loaded for Chase Maselli. Maselli, he is 1 for 2. He's reached both times today. That reached on an error, though, in the 5th. Chase Maselli, an Anchorage, Alaska native, plays his ball at Cayuga Community College. See if he can come up with a big spot. For his hometown Bucs. So, yeah, Drew could just be coming into the game, just getting warm over there as a new defender. Got the strike call on the outside half. It is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are loaded. It's Miller on third. Lanfear on second. Denton on first. Oh, the dugout wanted the strike call. Doesn't get it. It's 2-1. Number 12 is up next. That would be Trey Harper, the pitcher out of Messiah University. That would make more sense. It is fouled off, so now we're even 2-2. We would love for Jack Florence to just get out of it right here. He is battling Absolutely battling with Chase Maselli. Got to go deep in as well to find the punch-out pitch. The 2-2. He wanted all of it, got none of it, and that will send him back to the dugout. Gets out of the bases loaded jam, and it's all smiles for the Chinooks. No runs on no hits, no errors, 3 left on base. On to the top of the 7th we go, 3-2, Bucs lead it.
If you have ticket number 065924, 065924, please visit the Pirates Den. You have won a prize. You have Pepsi calling the bullpen now pitching for your Anchorage Bucs. Out of Chapman University, number 24, Lucas Perez.
As we begin the top of the 7th, it's a new pitcher into the ballgame for the Bucs. Number 24, Lucas Perez, out of Chapman University, hometown of Newport Beach, California. He will face off against the trio of Phoenix West, Nick Moyer, and Cal Whiff. Here in the top of the 7th, the Chinooks trail 3-2. They're going to look to get that run back, maybe take the lead. Phoenix West 2 for 3 in the ballgame so far. Got 2 singles, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 1st. A win here in this ball game would move the Chinooks to 4-1 in the league standings. Drop the Bucs to 0-2. Bucs, if they can close it out, they would win it by a finals, or they would move to 1-1. Chinooks would drop to 3-2. Oilers still leading in the ABL standings. Let's take a look at their games going down with the Pilots. See what the score is there in Kenai. Right now it is 1-0 Glacier Pilots in the bottom of the 6th at Coral Seymour, so we'll keep an eye on that as this game continues. 2-0 at the moment to Phoenix West. It is ripped over to first and through. That is a base hit. I would love to see the exit velo off the bat there. That was smoked off the bat of Phoenix West. So runner on first now with nobody gone for Nick Moyer. That is a 3-hit day now for Phoenix West. Phoenix West out of Harding University over there in Arkansas. Showing bunt is Moyer. He lays one down. A little too much juice on it to run it out, but it does its job. Sacrifice bunt for Nick Moyer as West moves on over to second.
Now batting number 21, Cal Whiff.
Now Cal Whiff at the plate. He is 1 for 3. Singleton scored his last time up. He's got a runner in scoring position. Got to drive him home. If he can, it would be a tie ball game. Perez comes set from the stretch. Checks on second. Checks back on second and delivers. That one nearly got Whiff. Instead, it's just 1-0. He's able to get out of the way of it. That would have been right on his neck. Ugh, glad Cal could duck out of the way of that. That would have been trouble. So the 1-0. Inside and high. So 2-0 to Cal Whiff. Got a base open. See if they just walk him and put runners on first and second. It would bring up Reese Vassar, who's having a nice evening. He's 2 for 3. 2 base knocks on the day. Both of them singles. Lucas Perez, he's taking a while, not moving quickly. Cal Whiff puts this one in the air. It's going to fall for a base hit. And putting on the brakes at third is West, and now it's first and third for the Chinooks. Cal Whiff, he is coming through now. Back-to-back base hits for him today. Now Reese Vassar, the RBI king, at the plate. He hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities with runners in scoring position today, so now is the time. He's 2 for 3. And right now the Chinooks are looking poised to tie this ball game up. Way high to Vassar. It's 1-0. No guarantees they're able to do it, though. They're only able to get 2 runs after only 1 after in a situation with 3 bases loaded and only 1 away. They'd already plated 1, and they had the bases loaded with nobody gone, and they only could get 1 more. But either way, right here, good shot. 2-0 here to Reese Vassar. Got it at the knees. Big pitch from Perez, and it's 2-1. Perez really just not pitching with any pace. He is taking his sweet time on the mound. And that got him. Yep, heard it on the shoulder. And so now bases loaded with 1 out. Again, not going to get a chance to knock him in as Vassar this time around, but it'll be bases loaded for Kai Butler. Butler 2 for 3 on the day. Cal Whiff moves on over to second. One away, bases loaded, full of fish here in Anchorage. A chance to take the lead. Butler does it. It is lined into the gap. That'll score 1. That'll score 2 and headed for third. And it is 4-3 Nooks here in the 7th. Kai Butler comes through in the clutch. That's his 3rd base hit of the ball game, and it's a 2 RBI single. It scores West. It scores Whiff. And Vassar moves over to third, and the Chinooks have taken the lead. Carter Reed at the plate now. He is 1 for 2. Chinooks have come all the way back. They were down 3-0. entering the 6th inning, and now they lead it 4-3 here in the 7th. Can they keep adding on? They're only one away here. Did he go? Yes, he did. So 0-2 quickly here to Carter Reed. It's Carter Reed at the plate and Tate Green on deck. Oh no, Drew Hurst. It is Drew Hurst in for Tate Green. He's going to be a substitution. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, so now 2 away. Drew Hurst steps to the plate for the first time today. Tate Green exited 0-3. Hurst out of Mulcahy University, hometown of Epaphroditus, Pennsylvania. The runner on third is Reese Vassar. They're going to look to score him and make this a 5-3 ball game. First pitch to Hurst, way outside, 1-0. Lucas Perez. He is giving up a couple too many hits in this inning. Giving up the lead. And if the Bucs are able to lose, he will be credited with the loss. That is a stolen base for Kai Butler. There's still a lot of baseball left to be played. We could have 3 more lead changes by the time this thing's all said and done, but a good start for the Chinooks. And getting back into this one, 2-0. That's also why you want to add on a couple more insurance runs. Another base hit here, and we've got 2 more runs coming home more than likely. Make it a 6-3 ball game. That's why you bring in Drew Hurst. Can he get it done? The 2-0 upstairs, and the scoreboard is wrong. It was 3-0, now 4-0 as he's going to head on to first, load him up. Back to the top of the order, it's Austin Young.
Now batting number 10, Austin Young.
Austin Young, he is 0 for 2 today, has a walk and a sac fly. So does have an RBI in this one, but another big spot. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. See if he can get a pitch to hit. Perez going to stay on the mound for the Bucs. This has been a good one. Started out a little bit slow, but it is moving along here. The Chinooks and the Bucs dueling it out in Anchorage. First pitch to Young from Perez with the bases loaded. That nearly got him. Instead, it's a slider that just misses inside. 1-0. Man, I thought that was going to get him square in the shoulder, but it broke enough inside to stay free. But this could be the end of the day for Perez. Let's look. And it will be. That will spell the end of the ball game for Lucas Perez. We're going to take a break and be back in just a moment. Get you the new pitcher's name and number.
This Pepsi Cola bullpen now pitching for the Anchorage Bucs. Out of Baylor University, number 27, Luke McLeod.
New pitcher into the ballgame for the Bucs. It's number 27, Luke McLeod out of Sour Lake, Texas, and Baylor University. So they are bringing in the big guns to try and keep this within reach. A big base hit here for Austin Young would make this a whole lot less attainable for the Bucs. They trail 4-3. It's currently 1-0 here for Austin Young. McLeod kicks and throws into the air. That should do it. Coming in is Dara, and that is going to do it. The Chinooks leave them loaded, but they get two across and take the lead. The 2 runs on 3 hits. There are no errors and 3 left on base. On to the bottom of the 7th we go. Chinooks lead it 4-3.
Now pitching for the Chinooks, number 12, Trey Harper. Leading off for the Bucs in the bottom of the 7th inning, number 8, Ryan Dara.
Welcome back to Anchorage. New pitcher into the ball game for the Chinooks. It is number 12, Trey Harper, out of Mulcahy University, hometown of Hummelstown, Pennsylvania. In 2 appearances, it's no starts, but a win for Trey Harper. No losses. He's pitched 4 2/3, given up no hits, or excuse me, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 3 walks, and it's got 4 strikeouts for an ERA of 1.93. So, some nice innings from Trey Harper so far this season. See if he can deliver another one. 1-0 on the first pitch to Ryan Dara. Dara, he is 1 for 3 so far. Had that big double in the 3rd. But now the Bucs playing catch up. 1-1 as that one's fouled back. Thanks to everyone who's stuck around. It's turned into a pretty nice ball game. See if the Chinooks can close it out. They've got a long way to go, but they have the lead. Misses outside, 2-1. Update on the ball game down in Kenai. Oilers and Glacier Pilots knotted at 1 apiece in the bottom of the 7th. On the ground, a diving attempt, but not able to make the snag is Nick Moyer. It's a base knock for Ryan Dara. So now Andrew Garcia with 1 on and nobody gone. Garcia, he's 1 for 2. Has a walk in there. See if Trey Harper can induce a double play. Playing in off third is Vassar. Laid down the bunt. They'll just head on to first for out number 1. They're not going to think too much about it. Sacrifice bunt for Garcia. Moves Dara over to second, and there's 1 away.
Now batting number 7, Luke Taylor.
Luke Taylor at the plate. He is 0 for 3. He's grounded at 2 double plays. And double play ball, not really an issue here. And he is very thankful for that. He's been all on the ground today so far, but man, we know you can never count out Luke Taylor. He'll get you when you least expect it. One away. Runner on first, or runner on second. Austin Young out to have a chat with his pitcher. And back to his place behind the dish now. Waiting on deck for the Bucs is Carson Humphreys. Fastball misses upstairs. It is 1-0. Actually, it's going to be number 27, Luke McLeod. So, looks like the ABL doesn't have the Ohtani rule, which is where if you put a pitcher in the ballgame, as that one's lined out to there towards center, coming home, and no, he lost it on the transfer. I don't think he was going to be out anyway, but that is a bad beat. And we are tied 4-4, just like that. The Bucs get it back. Luke Taylor, there he is. Always, always coming through. Ryan Dara comes home to score, and we are knotted up 4 apiece. But again, the Ohtani rule in the Major League Baseball is that when you have a pitcher in the ball game as your DH, reasonably you would think, well, you'd have to make a substitution when he exits, when the pitcher exits. So if Ohtani is starting a game as the pitcher and then leaves after 5 innings, well, his next at bat, you would think he'd have to leave. Well, no, the MLB made a special rule for him to where he's allowed to keep hitting. So that is legal in the MLB, but clearly in the ABL, that is not how it goes. We had Humphreys as the DH. He went out to pitch, and now that his night is done, he's going to have to be replaced by the current pitcher, McLeod. So we'll see what the Baylor Bear can do at the plate. He's down 0-2 now. No balls, 2 strikes. Trey Harper kicks and throws. Fastball down and away. 1-2 now. The runner on second is Luke Taylor. Throw on back to second, and it's going to squirt into the outfield. There will be a no throw to third, and my goodness, now everything's starting to go wrong for the Chinooks. On over to third is Luke Taylor, and the defense starting to fall apart a little bit. Got to get the punch out on McLeod. One-two, swung on. It is lifted out towards right, and it's going to roll to the wall. Just like that. The Bucs have the lead again, and this is going to be potentially a triple, and it is. McLeod steps onto the mound and then steps into the ball game as a hitter and rips a triple for the Bucs. Still only 1 away. 5-4 Bucs now lead it. And out to the mound goes head coach Easton Babe, and that's going to be the end of the night for Trey Harper. We'll take a break. Get you the new pitcher's name and number when we return. The new pitcher into the ballgame for the Chinooks is number 30, Paul Whitcop, out of Richmond University, hometown of McLean, Virginia. He has 2 appearances, no wins or losses, no saves. He's pitched 2 full innings, given up 2 hits. 1 run it was earned, no walks, 1 strikeout for an ERA of 4.5. Whitcop, he's got a runner on third, 1 away, and Hayden Miller, the third baseman, stepping to the plate. Chinooks trail 5-4 now as the Bucs have put up 2 runs in this inning. Whitcop goes submarine for the strike, and it is 0-1. The 0-1. Nearly 0-2, but it's 1-1. Dugout wanted the call. Doesn't get it. We are even. One pitch, got him on the arm. And so first and third for the Bucs.
Now batting number 18, Finn Leach. If you have lucky ticket number 0.
Now Finn Leach at the plate. He is 0 for 2. Walked and scored, though, back in the 4th. And this is going to end up being a long ball game. We are sitting at 8:42 Alaska time as that one's fouled back. A long ball game that doesn't involve 10+ runs, because those are expected to be long. This one 5-4. You know. But it's been close. It's been exciting. See if the Chinooks can get it back here. There's still plenty of baseball to be played. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away for Finn Leach. Runner goes. The throw on to second. That not in time. So stolen base for Hayden Miller. The pitch was a strike, however. 1-2. Waiting on deck, it's number 17, Camden Lanfear. Up the middle, and it's through. Make it 7-4 Bucs. That one was one that really should have been possibly even a double. Well, wasn't a man on first, but that should have been an easy out. That's one where the guys are just not positioned right. But it is a 2 RBI single for Finn Leach. And this one's starting to unravel a little bit on the Chinooks. They're down 3 now. 4 runs in this inning alone for the Bucs. And it's not over. 1 away. Runner on first for Camden Lanfear. Lanfear, he is 2 for 2 with a walk. And a throw goes wide. So on to second goes Finn Leach. And just like that, another runner in scoring position. Blessing the sun is held, and just been a beautiful night. The Little League games in the background still going on. Slider down and in. It's 1-0. It's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike now with 1 away. Glacier Pilots and Oilers have moved into the top of the 8th, still knotted at 1 apiece. Dancing over there at second is Finn Leach. Doesn't make a move. 2-1 if that one misses outside. Two and one. Runner goes to third. Big swing and a miss. The throw on to third. Wrong side of the bag, and it's a stolen base. Finn Leach, he is moving all around now. 2-2. A moment to Camden Lanphier. Game 5 of the NBA Finals tomorrow night. What do we think, guys? Knicks going to finish it out. They lead the series 3-1 over the San Antonio Spurs. What do we think the Spurs are going to keep it alive? As Caden Lanphier goes down swinging, there's 2 away for Ty Denton. The game is in San Antonio. Had, of course, games 3 and 4 in Madison Square Garden. But back to Texas for game 5. Into the air, center field, and no problem. Could have caught that one in his back pocket. That will finish the 7th inning, but not before the avalanche of runs from the Bucs. They put up 4 on 4 hits. There is no errors and 1 left on base. On to the top of the 8th we go. Bucs lead it 7-4.
Reminder, we're back home here tomorrow at 4 o'clock against the Matsu Miners. 4 o'clock tomorrow against the Matsu Miners. Hopefully the weather's just like this and you guys come out and enjoy the game. 4 o'clock, Matsu Miners tomorrow.
Welcome back to the top of the 8th here in Mulcahy Stadium. It will still be Luke McLeod on the mound for the Bucs. Trio of Chinooks due up. It is Kirby Jenkins, Phoenix West, and Nick Moyer.
Leading off for the Chinooks in the top of the 8th inning.
Kirby Jenkins, he is 0 for 4 today.
Kirby Jenkins, sorry.
See if he can get it going. They trail by 3 here in the top of the 8th. Mark says the Spurs are going to win. I'd be inclined to agree. I think the Spurs definitely get game 5. I think there's a real chance the Spurs come all the way back and win the whole series. But I don't know. I think the Knicks could definitely take it in Game 6 in the Garden, but I think the Spurs definitely get it tomorrow night. But that would be pretty sweet if they brought Pop back to give a pregame speech. That would be pretty sweet. Definitely a guy who means a lot to that franchise. 1-1 to Jenkins, down to a knee, foul tip, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes for Kirby Jenkins. Phoenix West waits on deck. Swing and a miss, and that's going to do it for Kirby Jenkins. Now Phoenix West at the plate. He's 3 for 4. Came home in the 7th. Moyer waits on deck. First pitch to West. It's outside, 1-0, with bases empty and 1 away. Playing pretty far off third there is Miller. So there's an opening down the third base line. If he could put it opposite field. Before Coach Pop started coaching, what was his job? Mark asks. Is that in the air towards left? Underneath it is Lanfear. Puts it away for out number 2. That's a good question, Mark. I'm not sure. Air Force Intelligence. Huh. I was going to say something military, but I didn't know for sure. I knew Coach K for Duke was in the Army, so I was wondering if I was just thinking too much of that in my head, but that's interesting. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I actually knew that or if that was just my first thought, but huh. Coach Pop's a pretty cool dude and definitely well respected by well, just about everybody. 0-2 here for Nick Moyer. On the ground, over to short, charging in on it, and on in time. What a throw from Finn Leach, and that will move us to the bottom of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 7-4, Bucs lead it. Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. Here in the bottom of the 8th, the Bucs lead it 7-4. They got 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. That's when the Avalanche hit here in Anchorage. Well, the Avalanche has hit in Kenai. The Glacier Pilots put up 4 runs, and it is still going in the top of the 8th for the Pilots. They lead it 5-1 over the Oilers. Again, that inning's still not over. There could be more to come. We'll get you more updates on that as it continues. But here we go. Bottom of the 8th, Paul Whitcop back on the mound. It is Chase Maselli to lead things off for the Bucs. He is 1 for 3. Fastball right down the heart of the plate. It's 0-1. pitch from Whitcott outside. It's 1-1. Take a look at the fishing report one more time for the Chinooks. The upcoming schedule, it's a day off tomorrow. And then back at it on Sundays. That's straight up on the infield. Underneath, it's Moyer for out number 1. Now at the plate, Ryan Dara, who is 2 for 4. He's got a double and a single. Both of them were big. But again, Sunday, back at it. This time at home against the Bucs on Sunday, 4 o'clock there. Then on Monday, it is back at home against the Miners, 6 o'clock. Same thing on Tuesday, Miners, 6 o'clock at Lee Jordan. Then Wednesday, it will be the Miners at 6 o'clock at Herman Brothers in Palmer. So Miners 3 games in a row, Monday through Wednesday, 2 at Lee Jordan, 1 at Herman Brothers. Sunday, the next ball game at home at 4 o'clock against the Bucs. And that is your Chinook forecast. And we are excited for a 3-game homestand coming up. 1-1, fouled back, and it is now 1-2 to Ryan Dara. It's been too long since we've been back and seen the Chinook faithful at home. It's been since the opening weekend, that Friday and Saturday against the Miners. We've been on the road for a while and are excited. That will send Dara back to the dugout. He's frozen up. And there are 2 away now with Andrew Garcia stepping to the plate with nobody on base. Creeping up on that 3-hour mark here. As the last little bit of this ballgame is sped up, we might just be over 3 hours if the Bucs can close it down in the top of the 9th. Whitcott kicks and throws. Strike at the knees, 0-1. We'll see if the Bucs bring anyone else back into pitch or if they're going to just finish it out with Luke McLeod. He has pitched well, so I'd imagine they would. They've got some pitchers warming, but it looks like they're not warming hard enough, as that is misplayed out there in left by West. Down for a base hit. That will add to a nice night for Andrew Garcia. It's his second base hit of the ball game. He's 2 for 3. Luke Taylor now, he is 1 for 4. Had a RBI double his last time up. It was the tying double, or the tie. It was the tying RBI, excuse me. (6-1) now. The Pilots lead it over the Oilers in Kenai. Still top of the 8th. The inning not over. 0-1 as that one's fouled back. The 0-1 from Whitcott. Runner goes. It's in the dirt. The throw on to second. It's not in time. Arguing that he was off the bag, though, is Vassar. He wanted it to end the inning, but instead Andrew Garcia into scoring position with the stolen base. Waiting on deck for the Bucs is McLeod. Two balls, 1 strike to Luke Taylor. Luke McLeod, the pitcher. He's batting in the cleanup spot. And boy, did it work out. He had a triple his first time up. And only time up. This is downstairs on that one. It's 3-1 with 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. The Bucs will be looking to close things down in the top half. They looked out an insurance run right here. Stepping off is Whitcop. Didn't have anywhere to go with it, though. Holds on to the ball, and we will turn our attention back to Luke Taylor here, 3-1. If the Bucs can close it down, it would be their first win of the season. They're 0-1. They've only played the one game. It was the loss to the Chinooks on Tuesday. Inside, and that will send Taylor to first. Whitcop just needs to finish this out right here. Now it is McLeod, Luke McLeod of Baylor University. First and second for the Bucs. Whitcop. Kicks and throws outside, and it's 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Whitcop checks back on second. A big lead over there for Garcia. Delivers anyway. Big chop comes up empty. It's 1-1. Just a beautiful sunny evening here in Anchorage. Gotta love the Alaskan summer. Hard to beat it. In the air, foul territory. It's just going to be a long strike, and it's 1-2.
That foul ball brought to you by Alaska Restaurant Supply.
Fouled off. He stays alive. 1-2. Here for McLeod. He is not going down. Appreciate all of you stuck with us through 8 innings here. Hasn't been a shortage of hits. 12 for the Bucs, 11 for the Chinooks. Chinooks were leading most of the ball game, or at least a lot of the ball game, in the hit category. Oh, I thought that was going to do it, and I think the dugout did as well, but it's inside. 2-2 for McLeod. Way outside. What a grab from Young. There's nowhere to go, and both runners move up into scoring position. Still a great snag from Austin Young, but it really didn't prevent anything. Both runners advance anyway. Full count payoff pitch here for Paul Whitcop. Into the air, foul territory, but playable. And putting the squeeze on it for out number 3 is Carter Reed. On to the top of the 9th we go. There is no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. On to top of the 9th we go. Bucs look to close it down. They lead it 7-4. Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, it will be Luke McLeod to finish things off for the Bucs. He will have to face Cal Whip, Reese Vassar, and Kai Butler here in the top of the ninth. They lead it 7-4 to the Bucs. The Chinooks got to get 3 back to force a bottom of the ninth. Here we go. Top of the ninth. Here at Mulcahy Stadium. The Bucs moments away. 3 outs away to be exact from win number 1. Cal Whip will lead things off. He is 2 for 4 today. He has scored twice as well. Counts for half of the Chinook runs. Fouled back in its own one. Vassar waits on deck. No balls, 1 strike. On the ground, over to short, scooped up on a hop, and over in time for out number 1.
Now by number 6, Reese Vassar.
Reese Vassar to the plate. With 1 away, bases empty, Reese Vassar. He is 2 for 3 in the ballgame. Walked his last time up. He's got 2 singles. Fastball right down the middle, but it's low. So 1-0. Top of the 8th, still not over in Kenai. 8-1 the Pilots lead. And when I said avalanche, I didn't know how much of an avalanche I meant. 7 runs in 1 inning for the Pilots, and it is still not over. Would not want to be an Oilers fan right now at Coral Seymour. 1-2. They did take the first 2 games of the series, so can't be too upset, but the Oilers coming a little bit back to earth. Into the air, Vassar. But on a run, what a grab from Andrew Garcia. He read it well, made the jump, and able to get over there into the alleyway.
Now by number 3, Kai Butler.
So now 1 out away from victory are the Bucs. Kai Butler at the plate. He is 3 for 4 though. But this is going to be win number 1 for the Bucs if they can finish the job here. I know they are looking forward to that. They will take on the Miners tomorrow here at Mulcahy. And that should do it. Scooped up on over to first. In time for out number 3. The Bucs take down the Chinooks 7-4 in a good one here at Mulcahy Stadium. There is no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And we're going to wrap things up, give it you your final line scores. When we return, once again, your final score, 7-4, Bucs win it.
Miners here back at home. 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium. Let's take a look at your final line scores for both teams. But first, it is finally reach the bottom of the 8th in Kenai. So the bleeding is done for the Oilers, but 8-1 is your score at the moment there. So rough night for the Oilers. But let's take a look at your final line scores. First for the Bucs, 7 runs on 11 hits, no errors, 8 left on base. For the Chinooks, it was 4 runs on 11 hits, 1 error, and 12 left on base. Man, this ball game was one that was won and lost in the 7th inning. Chinooks able to get back and tie it in the 7th, and it was given right back. 4 runs off of Trey Harper, I believe, and it was not pretty, to say the least. But it was a good game for most of the way. Chinooks are able to get a little bit going on offense. If they had gotten it going a little earlier and brought home the runs that they have put on base, might have been a different story. But either way, the Chinooks are heading into an off day tomorrow. Let's take one final look at your fishing report before we sign off. Again, off day tomorrow. Then on to Sunday at 4 o'clock, back home at Lee Jordan against the Bucs again. Then back at Lee Jordan again on Monday. Miners 6 o'clock. Miners 6 o'clock Lee Jordan on Tuesday. Then Miners 6 o'clock at Herman Brothers on Wednesday. So we will see you on Sunday at 4 o'clock Lee Jordan Field. Off day tomorrow. But once again, your final score, 7-4, Bucs win it here in Anchorage. This has been Clayton Jackson from all of us at the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks AIA Baseball. We thank you. We will see you again on Sunday.